What's up, everyone? Lucas Arlano here. I teach people how to land tech sales jobs without going to college or having experience, because that's what I did. Today I've got something special. Most people never get the chance to hear directly from the person who actually hires BDR, but I did, and I wanted to bring this to you guys. Today I'm gonna have Kuran join us. He's a BDR manager for Paraform. He's building out their BDR team there, has plenty of experience as a BDR manager previously. We're gonna break down exactly what gets you hired, what makes you succeed, and move up. Let's jump in.
All right, how we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing well. Busy at the office, but excited to chat.
Yeah,
See how I can help out.
Where's the office again?
In Jackson Square. So not too far from
Damn.
the Transamerica building here.
Oh, you got quite the view there.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
I was gonna explain where we are, but you were here, and that's how we met. So, are you good to go till 2:15?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks so much again, man. For full clarity, this is so I have a side business I told you about. I'm probably gonna put this video in my free community. It's like 440 job seekers, and I'll put it there first. And then if you would let me, I'd like to post it on YouTube, but of course with your disclosure. Sorry, I'm spiking this in last minute, but I was editing the video about to post it, realized, oh my God, I didn't plug my community. And if you're not in there, you need to be. I have a free guide of how I broke into tech sales. You can follow 440 other people, bonus resources, other recordings of one-on-ones with recruiters that aren't on my YouTube channel, and pretty much everything you need. So I'll see you in there, and God bless you in your job hunt. Here's, like, if it's not up already, like a little preview of what the community looks like. Okay, I'll see you back in the video. Can you just tell everybody where you're at and what you're currently doing over there at Paraform?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hello everybody. I'm part of the founding sales team here at Paraform and leading business development and building out the inside sales team. So we are a specialized recruiter marketplace, helping some of the top companies like Ramp, Cursor, Decagon fill key technical and go-to-market roles.
Cool. And I know you have plenty of experience as an SDR leader. How many years has it been of you managing sales development teams?
About 6 years.
Wow. Okay, so everyone here is really going to appreciate this. Let's jump right in because I know we're tight on time. Kuran, the first question I have for you is, what's the number one reason that you reject candidates in the interview process?
Yeah, I think a big reason is lack of, well, there's a couple of reasons. One would be zero to little preparation, right? Learn about the company you're interviewing for. It's so easy to apply on LinkedIn today. If you get an interview, do a little bit of homework, show up prepared. Two, know why you want that role, right? If you are breaking into tech or you're breaking into business and you're applying to an SDR role, know what your why is, right? And it's okay if it's to make money, if it's financial independence, if it's to build a career in sales, but ultimately know your why, be clear on what your goal is, what your ambition is.
Yeah. So the biggest red flag is people just hit an easy apply and coming not prepared. On the other side of that, would you say the biggest green flags are the reps that do come prepared and have a good why, or is there something else that's part of that equation?
Yeah, so the three main traits that I look for in the interview process are curiosity, right? Are you asking questions, right? Are you a learner, right? Are you ready to absorb knowledge? Are you want to lean on your peers? Are you going to be a good teammate? A lot of that starts with engagement. Also, sales is all about asking questions, right? Doing the discovery, understanding what the pain points are, so you can meet them with their solution, right? Ultimately, sales is about solving problems. Problems usually lead to some type of pain in the business. We want to provide a solution. It's fundamental. Every business really relies on sales at one point or another. So curiosity is key. Integrity, right? Oh, you were laid off from your last job? Be honest about that. It's so easy to back channel these days. The lies will catch up with you. Be honest about where you're coming from, what you know, what you don't know. And, that ties into being a lifelong learner, right? So be humble, be modest, and know that there's always more to learn, right? There's always someone that, depending on what their experience is, if it's their first day or it's their 10th year, you can learn something from everybody. So integrity and then grit, right? Are you willing to show that persistence? A lot of sales is follow up, right? I say it's 90% persistence, 10% annoying, right? You got to show up. You got to show up. You're going to get a lot of rejection, but if you keep showing up, you're going to win. It's going to happen. It's a
Yeah.
probability. It's the odds that are in your favor if you keep showing up. So what's in your control? You've got the input of grit, work hard, and show that persistence.
Absolutely. So curiosity, integrity. Can you trust them to show up, represent your brand, be truthful on your team, be a lifelong learner, and be able to take criticism, and grit. Of course, showing up, like everyone knows, SDR, BDR takes a lot of resilience. And I feel like with so many applicants out there, it's such a saturated job market right now. And let's be honest, like if somebody doesn't really have the experience, imposter syndrome is like a big deal. And a lot of times they're trying to prove themselves, or maybe they think they know what you want to hear, but they're not necessarily telling you the truth. So as a SDR leader, manager, how do you go about like reading between the lines and really like vetting each candidate to see if they have those soft skills, especially if you feel like what they're saying is just to let you know what you want to hear?
Yeah. I mean, typically the SDR position has been an entry level job.
Yeah.
So new grads, people switching professions, a lot of them come to the SDR position. You might not have a single day of cold calling experience, sales development work, but I'm sure there are other aspects and experiences in your life that demonstrate grit, that demonstrate integrity, and that demonstrate curiosity. So share stories about you, your story, whether it be helping your family or, working hard as a student athlete, whatever it might be, different profession. Some of the best people I've hired have come from non-traditional backgrounds. They've come from, contractors building houses, or even youth pastors, right? So share your story, make it personal, specific to you. It'll be beneficial. And there's a way to, exemplify those good traits. It doesn't always have to come down to business experience or a flashy internship or what have you. We all have
Yeah.
something that we can bring to the table. So share your story.
Yeah. Well, with your 6 years as an SDR leader, you seem like an amazing manager, and you have those insights as to people that came to the table, didn't necessarily have experience, but crushed it on the role. And I mean, like you said, like most people out there are in that position where they might not have the traditional background and they end up and crush it on their first job. So, I mean, if you were breaking into tech sales today, you were somebody that had no experience, maybe you were that youth pastor, or you're a CDL driver, or warehouse worker, whatever it may be, how would you approach breaking into tech?
Do the job to get the job. Research. Write a well-researched email to the hiring manager on why you could be a good fit. Send them a personalized note on LinkedIn. Cold call the hiring manager. Leave a voicemail and follow up. Do the job to get the job. Those are the people that stand out. Be the exception. Don't be the rule. Don't be the norm. Easy apply, sit and wait, blame this, blame that. Take your destiny into your hands. Get out there. Do the job to get the job. You're going to stand out.
Yeah. How many people would you say are actually cold calling you or doing a good job of doing the job?
1 out of 10.
10%. And let's say like if you get somebody on the phone, if I cold called you today, I'm like, Kieran, this is Lucas, I applied for the job, yada yada yada. How would you handle that? I mean, would you ask them like phone screening questions before you set up an interview? Or what would your side of that be if they cold called you? They're obviously nervous. Maybe their cold call opener isn't 100%.
Yeah, I would congratulate them for being part of that 10%. And, I would ask a couple more questions around what's your why? What are you looking for? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? If there's clarity there, move them forward.
Yeah.
The point of a sales development is such a unique position, especially in software sales. Your job is not to sell the product. It's not to sell the solution. It's to sell the meeting. It is to sell the meeting. Get people to the table to evaluate your tool, to evaluate your solution. You're not going to do that over a 3 or 4 or 5 minute cold call. So the job on sales development is to sell the meeting to the right companies, sell the meeting to the right people at the right companies, Sell the meeting to the right people at the right companies at the right time, and then you're a winner. So
Absolutely.
do a little discovery, validate, confirm it's the right person, book the meeting. That's your job.
Literally doing the job, right? Like conducting an effective cold call.
Do the job to get the job.
To try to make that actionable for the viewers watching. So it takes a little more than just picking up the phone and saying I applied, right? Like anybody can mass apply and do that. Look up the number on Apollo or Fast People Search. But you want to prep before reaching out to the hiring manager. Before you even apply, you should know why you're doing it. So when they ask you on the phone, you're not thrown off, and you actually have insight as to why that company specifically, why sales, and it'll help you be more comfortable too if you prep those answers beforehand and go over it, maybe do a couple mocks. So that said, Kuran, I mean, you've hired tons of SDRs.
Do what's in your, that's what's in your control. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So in your previous experience, I'm sure you've hired tons of BDRs and SDRs. And a lot of times with tech sales gurus out there, they tell people, get in tech sales. It's the best thing you'll ever do in your life. It'll change your life. And a lot of people get in and nobody communicated with them the downsides or the negatives or the areas that people struggle with. So over your last 6 years, what's been the biggest area where you've seen the BDRs who struggle as opposed to the BDRs who do really well? Where do you see that gap?
The biggest gap is, are you willing to put yourself out there and fail forward? Right? There's a wealth of knowledge all around you. Ask questions. There's no question beneath you. Big, small, all of the above, right? Use your resources. Forgiveness, not permission. Get in, find your answers, be resourceful, lean on your team, lean on your peers, and that will reward you. If you're quiet and you don't speak up and you just, miss your number, you're out of a job. Now, the people that are leaning forward, they're working to get better, they're asking the questions, they're growing, they're sharpening their craft. Those are the people that win. It's not the smartest person. It's not the person who went to the best school. It's not the person with the fancy resume or the fancy internship. It's the people that learn and do the work to improve themselves.
Yeah.
That's in your control.
Which goes back to humility, right? And coachability, like not failing in private. Being able to go to your manager, your team, and say, hey, I'm struggling in this area. Where can I improve, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, the internet was a little choppy there.
That's okay, man. We have 2 minutes left. I want to steal this selfishly just to ask you a couple questions at the back end, so I'll probably end the recording here. But thank you so much, Kuran, for doing this. We need more people out there like you that are willing to help, and this is really valuable to people trying to break in, just insider knowledge and perspective. So I wish you nothing but the best over there at Paraform, and hopefully...
Hey, man, of course, happy to help out.
Yeah, hopefully somebody here watching this...
And you can make me a resource, Tell them to connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll answer some questions. I'll give them some feedback.
Yes, exactly. So I'll just let this back in, but everybody go show Kuran some love. He's doing this out of the bottom of his heart. I'm not paying him or anything, which is amazing, and we do genuinely need more people like you. So thanks once again, and